Before it's your favorite game, it's a game you've never heard of. So let's check in with one of our favorite people, Cole Watson, to learn about 5 games that just might be your new favorite in this month's Hidden Gems.
Why hello GameStop, I'm Cole Watson, a GameStop employee who has somehow effectively infiltrated the GameStop TV headquarters. Security almost tackled me like 6 different times. While I bolt up this door, here's a title card depicting 5 games for which you should look out in the month of July.
Cole, get out of there, we fired you last month.
Do the thing, Sean. The first game on this month's list is Topia, Nintendo's latest attempt at emulating the ever-popular browser game Second Life. I'm kidding, I know it isn't that. Please don't write a blog about it. While Topia does feature the community-driven life simulation elements we've all come to expect out of a me-oriented game, this 3DS installment features a bit of a JRPG twist. Players will be able to engage in quirky turn-based combat with their Miis, and customize their aforementioned Mii with an exorbitant amount of personalization options, up to and including combat classes. You know, I've been saying for years that the only thing that could make the Mii concept any better is violence, and it looks like my incredibly specific wish is coming true. Topia will be creating inexplicable 3DS violence starting this July 28th. Next up, we have Everybody's Golf, the first Hot Shots golf title in North America to bear the franchise's new moniker. Now, I say new moniker, but the Hot Shots golf franchise changed its name to the generally more inclusive Everybody's Golf pretty much everywhere except for North America back in 2005. I assume this change was made due to some non-Hot Shots feeling as if they weren't allowed to play the games, in the same way that only those with a medical need for speed are allowed to play Burnout. Despite the name change, Everybody's Golf still plays like a Hot Shots golf game with its distinctive 3-click shot layout, character customization, and goofy animations. In addition, this new PS4 title boasts new forms of online play, buggy racing, fishing, and even treasure hunting. Try not to lose your in-game sponsorships due to some defaming public scandal this August 29th. It's a Tiger Woods joke. Coming in at number 3, we have Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony, which will be sure to fit in just beautifully with the majority of your murderous melodies. This is the 3rd mainline title in the visual novel series, the first of which having been developed for home consoles. For those unfamiliar with the series, these games tend to go a bit like this. High school students get kidnapped. High school students get scared because they've been kidnapped. The kidnapper is a series of bear robots or something. Each student has to kill another student and get away with it under the scrutiny of a judicial trial in front of their entire class. You know, pretty much just normal high school stuff. However, this game is far more than just another drop in the conceptual bucket, as it features a myriad of new gameplay elements such as, and I'm not making this up, a literal mass panic mode during interrogations, all new minigames, and even an instance in which you drive a car, which I'm going to assume is probably filled with bees or murder bears or something. Albeit the two are not related in story, Killing Harmony was also developed alongside the latest iteration of the series' popular anime counterpart, The End of Hope's Peak High School. Pre-order this doki doki inducing thriller now, as it will be killing its way into stores on September 26th. Up next, we have Yakuza Kiwami, presenting further evidence that the folks at GameStop TV trust me way more than they ought to when it comes to properly pronouncing Japanese titles. This is a from-the-ground-up remake of the actual first entry of the Yakuza series, which originally kicked down our proverbial front doors on the PlayStation 2 back in 2005. And when I say from the ground up, I really mean it. This is not an HD remaster, this is a full-blown remake, with full 1080p graphics running at 60 frames per second, completely re-recorded dialogue from the original Japanese cast, and an entirely revamped combat system, placing it more in line with its recent counterpart, Yakuza 0. This sparkly new remake has also reworked its system for uncovering sub-stories, which was admittedly a bit difficult in its original iteration. But hey, it was 2005, give them a break. Everyone was still recovering from the live-action Doom movie, they couldn't be bothered to care about sub-stories. This wacky, over-the-top, semi-explosive sandbox will be screaming at you in Japanese on August 29th. Finally, we have Sonic Mania, a game for which I am genuinely elated. I'm a huge fan of the original Sonic entries, but we haven't really seen a 2D Sonic game that captures the same frantic fun of the original since the Sonic Advance series back in the days of the Game Boy Advance. Since then, Sega's Sonic team has taken a notably, different path with the franchise, up to and including the upcoming Sonic Forces, but Sonic Mania is a true indie love letter to the Blue Hedgehog of old, quite literally made by fans. This game is being forged over hot processors by a 6-person indie team who were penned by Sega to recreate the glory days of Sonic. To get tender for a moment, being able to talk about games like this is exactly why I love being able to do this segment. This game was born out of passion, and it makes me happy that I get to shed some small light on the hardworking individuals who get to make a cool thing. Also, I promised my producer that I wouldn't do my Sonic the Hedgehog impression, but... Whoa, chili dogs! Sonic Mania will be rushing in a blue blur onto the PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch on September 22nd. In summation, games are cool, and so can you. For more information on any of these games, speak with a guest advisor, or stare at a plate of biscuits and gravy until it eventually starts talking to you. I don't know, what do you want?
Thank you so much, Cole. Now let's check in with another one of our favorite people, Eric, with a look at some of the coolest new toys and collectibles coming to GameStop stores this month.
Hey, thanks, Chris and Marisha. Let's take a look at some of the cool stuff you can pick up throughout the month of July. All right, the first thing I want to take a look at is a new series of pint-sized heroes from Funko, and these are the science fiction pint-sized heroes. Now, this is not just one series, it's not one IP, it's all the different sci-fi series that you already know and love. These are blind bags, so you don't know what you're going to get inside each one, but you might get a xenomorph from Alien, you might get Lilu from The Fifth Element, or you might get one of these really rare exclusive items like this camouflage predator. Next up, let's take a look at another Funko item. This, of course, is a pop figure. There are thousands and thousands of different pop figures to choose from. No matter what you love, you're gonna find a pop figure, and this is from Attack on Titan. This is Annie Lenhart, and the only place you can get this character is at GameStop. Next up, let's take a look at a mug. This is from, of course, one of everybody's favorite series, The Legend of Zelda, and this is from the original old 8-bit version. You can see you've got Princess Zelda on one side, and then, of course, Link on the other side. Next up, let's take a look at this Pixel Pals Harley Quinn. Now, if you haven't seen these Pixel Pals figures before, they are really cool little figures that also light up. They look like 8-bit or 16-bit video game graphics. There's also a Joker and a Batman that you can pick up, but this version, the Harley Quinn, is only available at GameStop. Next up, let's stick with that 8-bit theme and check out one of my favorite classic games, Super Mario Bros. Except that's not what this is, it just looks like it. This is the Cartridge Canteen. You can see right here, you can go ahead and fill this with your favorite beverage. I'm going to suggest water, juice, or tea. And you're good to go wherever you're traveling. It also comes with a straw, so you can drink right to the bottom of the cartridge. All right, there's one more thing on this table I need to talk about, and it is this. It's Squeaks, your favorite Autobot from the Transformers, except this is a really cool remote control toy version. You can do all kinds of great stuff with it. Of course, the standard remote control functions. It moves forward, it moves backward, but it's also got fun things like dance mode and blaster mode. There's one last thing we have to talk about, and it's this awesome Sandlot shirt that I'm wearing. Of course, legends never die. If you love the Sandlot, and who doesn't, you're definitely going to want to pick this shirt up. Okay, if you want to pick up any of the stuff I talked about or wore today, you can do so while supplies last at your local GameStop store, on GameStop.com, or through the GameStop app. Chris and Marisha, back to you.
Okay, it's time for us to take a break, but there's more GameStop TV coming up right after this.